I believe to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head, and they
on a three. And look out, Caitlin Clark in the aftermath.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw,
And you get a better angle of it here. That
that push at the end.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. The rivalry that turned women's basketball into must-see TV. Every time they step on the floor, something goes viral. Both players have had their big moments, and today we're rolling the tape on those highlights.
Williams short, rebound Clark, an opportunity here for Iowa. Here's Martin pushing pace. Martin gets some space and hits the three.
Let's go back to their rookie year in 2023. Iowa versus LSU in the national championship. This was a big game between two great teams. Iowa started strong, getting a steal on the first play, and Caitlin Clark passed it to her teammate for the first score. First quarter, Iowa up by 1. Caitlin drops in a big 3.
2 minutes left. Didn't want them to think there was 10. Clark, oh my!
Next play, Angel Reese knocks it away and takes possession, then pushes through traffic and was able to tip it in with a layup. A few plays later, Angel has an excellent pass to Flau'jae Johnson, who was able to make a score off the floor for LSU.
Angel Reese facilitating again. Flau'jae Johnson lays it in, plus the foul.
Followed up by another 3 for Caitlin Clark. And another layup for Angel Reese. Another 3 for Caitlin.
Here's Clark getting some space and knocks it down. Reese the spin and the finish. Angel Reese. Sonato gets it back to Clark with space. She got it. Clark again.
Unfortunately for Caitlin, despite all of her efforts, LSU just played a really good game. By the second quarter, LSU had a 10-point lead.
Carson. Wow. Chance for Carson. She dumps it down and Williams lays it in.
Ryan, Iowa in a man-to-man, a little bit closer.
Wow. 1-point lead here. Carson. You bet. 4 for 19 total. Poa knocks down the 3. Carson again. Poa hands it off. Carson banks it in.
Third quarter, Iowa had a lot of catching up to do. Caitlin Clark blocked by number 45 and gets a big 3.
That is not characteristic of them. Clark knocks down a 3.
Followed by a tough layup from the backside. Then Clark passes to Marshall for 3 points. Clark gets a 3-pointer and another.
Characteristic of them. Clark knocks down a 3. Sonano looking for some space, able to finish, plus back, separates, and hits. Fouls. Clark separates and knocks down another.
Close. And it's really hard for them to make the shot. This is outstanding defense by Morris. Hand up right there.
Even with the great plays, Iowa just could not get ahead by the end of the third quarter. Fourth quarter, Iowa down by 11. Reese passes to Poole. Poole lands a big 3, and the crowd goes insane. Followed by Morris with the last score of the game, giving LSU their very first national championship win.
Has orchestrated a turnaround for the ages. First national championship.
But the internet didn't care about the box score. Nope, the viral moment came when Angel Reese flashed the old ring finger taunt at Caitlin Clark. Some fans called it confidence, others called it petty. Either way, it was the spark that basically launched a season's worth of drama.
And Angel Reese knows a ring is coming.
After Iowa's loss to LSU in the championships in 2023, the stage was set for the rematch. 2024 March Madness Elite 8. First quarter, Caitlin Clark wastes no time drilling a 3 right in LSU's face for the first score of the game.
On-ball screen comes from Stokey. Haley Van Lith, who has the defensive assignment tonight on Clark, goes by.
Later in first quarter, Clark shows off her ball handling skills while under pressure, scores a 2.
We saw this a lot in the Sweet 16 game against Colorado. Caitlin Clark turning the corner and finishing an easy one at the rim.
First quarter, both teams played strong, but LSU ended the first quarter ahead by 5.
Players. Clark, backdoor, Martin, easy 2.
For size and length.
Clark, you bet. First quarter, Clark looking to turn the corner, lays it in.
Clark doesn't just shoot, she slices. Midway through the game, she splits the defense, blows by Reese, and Iowa finishes at the rim. Halfway through, game is tied up by Flau'jae Johnson. Fourth quarter, both teams tasting victory.
Morrow will lay it in. Now Martin looking to attack. Martin lays it in with
Off of Michaela Williams.
oh, nice pass. Williams.
Clark launches a three, points to her bench before the ball even goes through the hoop. Net snaps, crowd erupts.
Catch, fire, and hit. Game, Clark again.
Fourth quarter, LSU down by 10. Clark passes to Stuelke right by Reese. Stuelke scores another two. Clark buries a deep three over Reese's contest and silences the crowd.
Pulls up another deep one. Is good.
That wasn't just a bucket. It was a dagger straight through LSU's comeback hopes.
Morrow will lay it in. 5 to shoot. Out to Martin. Martin leaning and hitting.
Caitlin Clark helped her team get to the Final Four while also setting a record for herself, scoring 41 points and 12 assists, all while playing every minute of the game. Of all the moments, the toughest for Reese might have come after the horn. Sometimes the harshest highlight isn't a crossover or a deep three. It's the final score.
Wrong to not make the edit, but look at these. She's got a
The Hawkeyes are headed back.
as well, and then just steps to the side, usually the left, and drains it time and time again.
Fast forward to the WNBA draft. Clark goes number 1 overall to the Indiana Fever.
The first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Indiana Fever select Caitlin Clark, University of Iowa.
While Reese is selected number 7 by the Chicago Sky.
With the 7th pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, the Chicago Sky select Angel Reese, LSU.
What may contribute to Reese's frustration with Caitlin Clark is that even before she played with the WNBA, Caitlin signed a deal with Nike, a $28 million deal for a signature shoe, while Reese took a deal with Reebok for only $1 million. Jump ahead to the WNBA, where the rivalry only grew with fouls on Clark, physical play, and plenty great basketball playing. In their very first professional game against each other, Reese lands an obvious foul, which is completely ignored by the refs.
Takes the 3, takes the 2, and knocks it down.
In one Fever Sky matchup, Caitlin Clark attacks the lane, Angel Reese rotates to help, and Caitlin fires a pass right by her. Teammate finishes. Caitlin whips a no-look bounce pass right by Reese, and the highlight belongs to Clark. And then there's the shot fans replayed over and over. Fever versus Sky again. Clark launches from Curry range while Reese is still deciding if she should contest. By the time Angel raises a hand, the ball is already through the net. The 2024 matchup between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever showed a different side of a few players. For Indiana, it felt like business as usual. For Chicago, though, the game clearly carried extra weight. By the third quarter, frustration set in, and their response was to throw a double team at Caitlin Clark.
Sends Clark to the deck. Foul called on Dana Evans. Their first 8 attempts. Clark races in, is fouled by Cardoso, and Clark gets some pain.
When Kennedy Carter fouled Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese was right there on the sideline, clapping it up like she'd just seen a game winner. The crowd didn't find it nearly as funny. Plenty of fans called it a bad look for her sportsmanship.
Now with 12 points off the bench. And
Even with all the drama and fouls, Caitlin Clark stayed above it all and led her team to great plays and smart basketball playing. And how can we forget this incredible foul by Angel Reese on Caitlin Clark right in the face?
I believe to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head, and they will go to the monitor.
540 minutes of basketball. And of those 540, 74 have been against Caitlin. You only got 2 flagrants, and they happen to be against Caitlin. I don't think it's coincidence.
For months, Caitlin Clark brushed off the cheap shots and hard fouls. But on May 17, 2025, the script flipped. She finally got her revenge, drawing a flagrant on Angel Reese. And the way Reese reacted, that might have exposed the real truth about her sportsmanship. After review, Caitlin got her first flagrant of the season, which pumped her up and helped the energy to bring the Fever a W.
Strong on a 3. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
So whether it's step-backs, daggers, or jaw-dropping assists, Caitlin Clark has made Angel Reese part of her highlight package again and again. But let's be real, rivalries go both ways. Reese had her moments too. And that's what makes this matchup electric. 2 stars pushing each other to the limit and giving fans the kind of basketball drama that sells out arenas. What is your take on these two ladies? What do you think of the rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.